Okay.
Okay, and we are live once again. What's up, everybody? How's everyone out there in YouTube land?
Hey,
Good
Dave.
to see. We got Dave G, Gailey, Gail, Gailster, Harry Grace. What's up?
Hey, Harry.
Everybody having a good Monday?
Maybe do you want me to ask Dave? Do you want to ask?
Yeah, Dave, we're going to be talking about when the cops come into Watt's house, they spot that bag. Do you remember what video it is? The bag that people think was Shanaan's?
No, the
Or
bag people think is NK's.
NK's?
Yeah.
Hey, baby got back problems.
We got back problems.
Baby got back problems. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that and the letter and a possible new theory. And of course, if anyone has any thoughts or opinions or theories on the case, they are welcome to come up and share them.
Ooh,
Ooh.
possible new one. Hmm?
Mm. Hey, Leah. Yeah.
Hey, Leah.
Well, while we're waiting for some people to get in here, I'm
Yep.
gonna play this just
Hey,
'cause I
Shanaan.
can. Bam. Deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes you. Yeah.
I feel like they should play that during Shark Week. Hey, Glitter Queen. Oh, I like that name.
Had a bunch of people pop in. Chanel, Metalhead, Michelle, Harry, Glitter Queen, Miss KJ. Good to see y'all. So yeah, if you like that intro, I am still doing that documentary, but I haven't gotten any submissions yet. I've had one, but that's it. Amelia, hello.
Hey, Amelia. Yeah.
Yeesh,
Yes.
that'd be crazy.
Yes, Watts Island. I feel like we need some sharks in that.
F12, any other cases you want to cover? Yeah, Christian Andriacchio, Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey,
Hey, Archie.
and there's some other
Tammy!
ones too. Hey,
You
Tammy.
said F12. F12.
Hey, Sunflower.
We didn't reveal yet, Diane.
Yes, no reveal yet.
Just theories.
It's not much of a theory, but I mean, it is something that I was kind of wondering about.
Ooh, what is it?
But you and I have already talked about
Ooh, I can't wait to hear again.
You're so cute.
Linda, 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 honey.
Oh, Mama Bear getting your boy to bed.
Hey, Mama Bear. Go to bed, little boy. Hmm.
Well, all right. Let's talk about this letter.
Hey, Monica.
I will pull it up. Hey, hope for peace, Monica.
Hope for peace.
Pull it up on my screen here.
Right, Chanel? Van, hello, gorgeous.
All right. So, for those of you who haven't seen this letter, this is a letter Chris apparently wrote. It says, "To whom it may concern, if anyone gets this letter, I would never do anything to hurt myself or my children or my wife. If anything happens to me, please investigate my wife." And signed Chris Watts. And it was dated 8/6/18. So it was like a week basically before everything went down. So this begs a lot of questions because this letter wasn't presented to police
Oh, snap.
until just before Chris was sentenced. So, if you were a concerned parent and your son was so worried about his wife that he actually wrote a letter like that, then when his wife and children go missing, wouldn't you give that to the police immediately and say, "Hey, we thought there was something wrong with her. Here's the letter that Chris wrote a week ago. You need to do something with this." But they never ever presented the letter until way, way later, which makes no sense. And Greg thinks the letter is fake. I think, yeah.
The date does look like different writing than what's said in the letter.
Yeah, the numbers are
Looks,
way too big and they're kind of round. Chris has
yeah.
got chicken scratch handwriting.
Oh, it's not fake. That's Chris's handwriting. That is for sure.
Yeah, Chris did write that letter, but I think the intent of it was fake.
I think that the date, to me, if you guys go back, I mean, here's my personal thought and opinion that that's Chris and Jamie. That's Jamie putting the date on there
Mm-hmm.
and Chris writing. Remember, Jamie was more of a mother figure to Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, Monica. I always wondered why he wrote that letter. What was the point? Yeah. See, I think that Chris wrote this letter either just before or at some time after the murders already took place. And his plan was to frame Shanaan for the deaths. Say Shanaan killed the girls and he killed Shanaan. Or if anything, just Shanaan took off and she could have easily killed the girls and herself. And that letter was going to show proof of that. Problem is, Chris was going to give that letter to Ronnie when he saw him, when Ronnie came down. But problem with that is Chris failed the lie detector test. And then he panicked. Then he said Shanaan killed the girls, so he killed Shanaan. That way the letter would still work, right? But then he just kept unraveling and unraveling, and eventually he confessed to everything. But I think that was the plan. I think the plan was to give that letter to Ronnie. Ronnie gives that to the police. Says, oh, by the way, Chris wrote this a week ago. Police would have no idea that Ronnie had just received that letter, like that day. But Chris failing that lie detector threw a wrench in everything.
Chris was a bad liar. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he definitely. He's a bad truth teller too. You never know when he's telling the truth or when he's lying because he's just got no emotions. Hey, Natasha.
Hey, Natasha.
No, where did I see that? The letter was so stupid to write. They would look at his wife first. That was his plan. That's what I'm saying. I think Chris's plan was to make it look like Shanaan either ran off with the girls or killed the girls and herself somewhere, and Chris was just going to look like the innocent guy. But then he failed the lie detector test, so he had to think on his feet. Said, holy crap. Said Shanaan killed the girls, so I killed her. And then that's how he knew where everyone was buried. But anyways, that's my theory on that.
Hey, timeline.
How are we determining gender by someone's handwriting? Well, there is things. Men's handwriting tends to be messier and smaller. Women tends to be more flowing and round. That is legit. I'm not saying that it was a woman who had to have written that date, but it is a lot bigger than what I would think Chris would write. But for the sake of argument, I'll say he could have very easily written the date. Hello, Emma. I don't think he wrote that date on that day, though.
Hi, Emma. Hey, Angie. I saw you up on the panel yesterday, Emma.
Monica, I have a feeling in case someone involved writing this letter and how it was written. Could be. Could very well be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people say he didn't have time to do it all. I believe he had plenty of time. Coworkers didn't show up until after 8, right? Yeah, he had a good hour and a half out there.
Yeah, and he also
he had plenty of time.
Yeah. I mean, he waited till bedtime when people were in bed about to be sleepy, so he didn't need very long.
Yeah.
I always wondered that too, though. I've heard that a lot. I don't know why people say that, because yeah, he did have a lot of time. Even going home, he didn't go home right away, I don't think. NA kept blowing him up. Like, where the heck are you? Took him.
Yeah, he didn't get home for hours.
Yeah. And I believe his work, I think, was it like 49 minutes away from his house, maybe? I can't remember exact time, but I want to feel like he should have been there long before he ever did get there.
Yeah.
What was it? I want to say it was it somewhere around like 2 or 2:30 when he finally got there? But didn't they call him at like noon or something?
Yeah, he took a couple hours to get there after the police called.
I can't remember
It
exact
wasn't
time.
really long after the police called. He pretty much, as soon as the cops called, he pretty much left, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was early afternoon. But yeah, the coworkers showed up around 8, and we saw Chris leave just before 6. So he had almost an hour and a half. Yeah, he definitely could have done that solo.
Emma, I'm not angry at you as you're not taking part in the bashing of me. That's fine. I actually just thought it was more interesting because I don't really see you on panels. That's all.
Hey, Mandy. What's this? Who's standing with Amanda? Which Amanda?
Mandy. Oh no, that whole different drama, babe.
I'm aware, that's why I asked.
Uh, it's nothing.
Yeah, yeah, your wrench is gone. Oh, never mind, wrong channel. Yeah, I don't do that on here. I haven't modded people in a really long time. Just because I know I don't really get that much hate on here. It's not really needed. Hey, Buttercup.
Mandy thought I took a wrench. No, doing
So
good,
security
Mandy.
fan footage. Even else with his truck. Oh yeah, I did a video on that Chanel, and I thought, you know, it does kind of look like a feminine walk. But then, if you watch Armchair Detective, his intro, he's got a quick little clip of that, and it's really cleaned up, and it does look like Chris walking. It looks a lot more like him once it's all cleaned up and everything. You still can't say for sure, but it looks more like him. And the spirit box, yeah, I haven't had good luck with the spirit boxes. Anytime I've listened to one, it's just too garbled. I don't know what the hell.
It's just noise to you.
Yeah, I think it's just weird sounds, and you're gonna pick out what you want to hear.
Mm. Hey, Deborah.
What's up, Deborah? So yeah, now that I've shared my theory, I'm gonna put the link in the side chat if anyone wants to come on and talk Watts. Get it in now because I'm not gonna do another Watts stream or
Ooh,
video for a
where's
little bit.
Tia?
We're gonna be doing other cases, so. I think people so badly want more than him involved, better story. Well, yeah, there is something to that. I mean, a lot of people feel like it isn't the whole story for sure. There's definitely unanswered questions, and then people, they look everywhere for answers. NK is one of the obvious suspects to lean on.
Hey, Loretta.
And
Oh, Chanel, I wish I didn't laugh at that.
the
Oh.
hog who rides him. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Loretta.
Oh my God. I'm going to L for laughing. Wow.
hmm Okay, now I forgot to find this video, but does anyone of you know which video it is? Where on the cop's body cam you see that bag in Chris's house, and a lot of people think that was NK's bag. Any of you know which video it is? Is it the very, very first body cam video when they're waiting for Chris to show up and he finally gets in there. They say they can't trust CW, but then believe certain things he says, like what, which one you can't have both ways. Exactly. I've been saying that forever. There's so many people out there saying, I'll let this go when Chris tells the truth. How do you know he hasn't? They'll let it go when Chris tells the truth that they want to hear. But that's not necessarily the truth. Amy Zing says when Nicole Atkinson, I just had a tiny stroke. When Nicole Atkinson was there with her son. Okay, hon, can you man the chat for a bit? I'm going to try and find that.
Okay. I'm looking. I was just texting Mandy Tia. She'll come over in a little bit. When Nicole Atkinson was there with her son.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it is that one. Okay.
I wish these were in order. It's so annoying.
Right. Yeah, the bag. He moved it. Yeah, the cops like pay a little attention, and then you can tell like he really wants to get the attention off of that bag, doesn't he? No, just like 2 more days, Greg. Very excited. Yes, I miss him very much.
Yeah, I miss you too, honey. Chris, they got 400 videos on here in the neighborhood canvas.
Oh.
Dog sniff. Work truck. It's not Officer James' camera, is it?
No. Do you remember that one where he runs in through the garage?
Yeah.
I believe it's that video, if I'm not mistaken, after the cops walk into the house.
Yeah, I know. I know what video it is. I cannot find it.
Oh. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna text Mama Kim quick.
Just please watch the chat, honey.
Okay.
I'll be a couple of minutes.
Okay. I have to find mine. I am the same age as Mr. Cher. Oh.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, in the Watts house, you mean? In that house? No, I wouldn't want to sleep in there or live in it now. Buy that house and flip it, but you do.
If it was free.
Mm-mm. I think it's bad juju. I would not want nothing to do with that property at all. Not just the house, but that property. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
If I lived in that neighborhood, I'd be walking around the entire neighborhood throwing salt everywhere. Bulldoze it down, yeah, but still, I still think that what happened there was just so evil that it's in the it's it's in the soil of the land at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see that okay.
That's a great idea, Chanel.
So Chris just got home, went in the garage. So tell me when this part is, because I've totally missed it.
Okay, baby. Okay, good. You can see the chat. Everyone will be hollering at you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's right over there by the stair, right at the bottom of the stairs, right there. She just walked by it.
There's that little, I saw a little black thing. That was it, hey?
But they'll go up to it because yeah, all the
That's it
cops will
there?
go. Yes, yep, there it is. And the cops pay attention to it in a little bit, I think. Kelly, hey.
Hey, what's up,
Perfect one to
CDT?
come. Hey, Baked Cake.
Oh, Dave says it's not until after Nate's house and Dave B picks it up.
Okay, so it is the different video where they actually pay attention to that bag.
Yeah, because I think this one they pretty much spend most of the time upstairs.
PDT did a whole video on that bag. Do you remember? Kelly, tell us where to go.
Yeah, CDT, if you we're talking about that bag was at the bottom of the stairs. If you want to come up here and give us your expertise on that. Meantime, I want to find that. I don't think that video of Shanaan coming home on the doorbell camera is in the Discovery, is it?
I
think I found.
Facebook messaged you. I think he put it in the chat, but I also sent you the link, Kelly.
Yeah, Dave, I can't play someone else's YouTube videos.
Mm. The Netflix movie showed how upset Shanann was in her text to her friend. Right, Shanann. Mm-hmm. Okay, Kelly. So
Let's do it like this. It's after they get back from Nate's. Yeah, I'm gonna find that. I also wanted to find a video of Shanann coming home. Oh, Van, thank you so much. Mr. Share, you're both amazing. Gotta go, but hopefully we'll catch you live again soon. Well, thanks for swinging by.
have a good evening, Van. Thank you. And email me about that roast. Don't forget. We need you.
Oh, when did I do that?
Yeah, Harry, that's crazy. Chicken mask was in the bedroom, then it was seen by police in the basement. Yeah. Chanel, Mama Kim has done a couple videos, and Tanya and Kim and I were live. I think even Mia was with us when we all noticed and on the police camera that, yeah, there is things moved. Even in the kitchen, there's things that are moved around for whatever reason in between them going to Nate's and back. It's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, I do remember the mask was one of moved and something in the kitchen. I can't remember what was moved around in the kitchen. A couple things in the kitchen were moved around. Hey weirdo, love you. Yes, baked cake. Yep.
That's probably as good as I'm gonna get for
Mm.
that. Okay. Hello, Megan. So it'll be the one after the security footage. I don't even know if we'll be able to find it. It's just standing outside the house.
I think that was a doll, Shanaan. I think it turned out to be a doll. That's another one I think Mia had looked up. We found like the exact doll, and it sounds exactly like that. I think they had just stepped on something. Trust me, I'd be the first if I thought it was like a ghost or something. I would definitely, I used to think it until I remember they pulled up this doll and played the giggle, and I stopped believing that it was a EVP after that.
Yeah, I think this is afterwards, but I'm not sure. They're going through the car. They're in the basement. Up on the main floor. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to like watch that whole thing to find it, so. Does anyone have a picture, or can you find the video and get a screenshot of the
Working
officer
on that
holding
right
that
now, baby.
bag or something? Oh, hey, Mary Rose. Did a video on the doll. The doll has been found. Okay. Yeah, now I'm missing half of what's happening in the chat. What about when police were called to the home after a woman was sighted? I have never heard anything about that. When was that? Yeah, Mary, you should be able to. September lady. Hey, Deanna. Chanel, I'm looking for the video when the police uh, pick up and are looking at that bag that was at the bottom of the stairs. A lot of people say it was NK's bag. So I'm just trying to find some pictures or video of that. Yeah, I have them all on my computer, but I don't know which one is which. You still there, honey? Guess not. Chris showed up at 6:50 something and texted and phoned almost continuously till his co-worker showed up. Absolutely no time to deal with 3 bodies. Well, that's one opinion, but yeah, I think he had like almost an hour and a half, and he wasn't texting constantly. He definitely could have had help. I'm not saying that, but closet giggle. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Uh-oh. Hopefully you come back, honey. Yeah, I just got a whole whack of links and shared dropped. I don't know what the hell's going on. Are you there now?
Yep, now I am. I was trying to find like a better picture.
Okay, now everybody's sending it to me. I got it, guys. Oh, it's just a picture. Never mind. Did it really just do that? Stupid computer.
Kelly, check your Facebook Messenger.
Oh yeah, well, someone sent me the link to CDT's video, so we're gonna.
I did too. I would just texted her to see if we could use it or not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be playing the whole thing. I just want to see where the. Ugh, that's Sharon Cadle. I wasn't ready for that. Yep, turn my notifications off. Okay, everybody, yeah, I got the video, so I know all of you were helping, but thank you, but you don't got to keep sending it.
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay, there's a picture of it. Hey, Marie.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, Billy.
No, it wasn't big enough for bodies. It just had like clothes in it and stuff. I think there was like the jeans or something. I can't remember.
Oh, did he not? He didn't actually pick up the bag?
Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's what he said. He told the cops that it was a bag of clothes he planned on donating because he lost a bunch of weight. That's what he told the cops the bag of clothes was.
Oh, the little blue bag, not the suitcase thing.
Yep, the little blue bag.
Oh,
He
okay,
said,
that's what everyone was talking about. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he took something out of it. Looked like a pair of jeans or something, but oh no, he lifted the bag up. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I was thinking that that people were saying that there was like a suitcase there when they said bag. Like I didn't think it was like a little like a shopping bag kind of thing. I thought they were talking about the luggage. And then when I seen it, I was like, that looks like Shanaan's bag. Or Shanaan's suitcase or whatever you want. Luggage.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to call it? So that's why I wanted to find a picture. But no, it was they were talking about that other blue bag that I have no idea. Yeah, CDT. There was her suitcase and the blue bag. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird that he just picked it up, but I guess when you're, you know, you kind of have a certain amount of leeway situations like that.
Did you see, who said
Harry,
it?
no, absolutely not. I'm not one for
Harry.
cutting people down, but this woman literally went on a live stream on a popular channel and said that NK was arrested. Like she
Mm-hmm.
literally just gets on channels and lies. She knew that wasn't true. She said
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of people told her that. I doubt very highly that anyone told her that. She had it in her head that there was an arrest coming, and she had a whole whack of people fooled. There's an arrest coming. Stay tuned. It's gonna happen. I got I got a newsflash for you guys. No, it's not. Nobody's getting arrested. It'll never happen. Ever.
Dr. Phil in the house.
Dr. Phil. Well,
We
I'll tell
never
you
said
what,
there
boy.
was, but we never said that. We actually never said anything about like trying to tie her to the bus.
I didn't hear a word you just said.
Hold
Could you
on.
repeat?
No,
Are you talking to me?
no.
Well,
I
could
think
ya?
I'm. No.
How you doing, Dr. Phil? Hey, Melmac. Anybody who's popped in that I missed, sorry. But if anyone wants to come on and speak your piece, by all means.
Right, Mary? That's true. Everyone thinks, oh, I'm the one who's not lying to. But then some of them know that it's all lies. I mean, ugh.
Yep. Oh yeah, everyone's got this fairy tale thing in their head that Chris is gonna roll on NK and the cops are gonna swoop in and arrest her. Even if he did, they still won't. Whatever he says in there, they're not just gonna go do. Not without a hell of a lot of proof. And Katerina, I'd be inclined to side with you. I can't say I know for sure, but yeah, there's no evidence that Chris acted alone out of his lying words. Well, there's no evidence he had someone there helping him either.
Right.
All we've got are what he confessed to. That's pretty much it. We've got the bodies and Chris's words. That's pretty
That's
much it.
just the problem with everything that we've all got or that's been made public or into evidence. Yeah, everything that they even have in evidence, and who knows what they haven't given us. I still can't say without a reasonable doubt that he is guilty of doing that all alone. I don't think anyone could actually say without a reasonable doubt.
I can't say one way or the other for sure. Nobody here can. None of us
But
knows.
you're supposed to be
Lo-
able to say that in order to get a charge, though.
Lauren has a really good point. That blue bag of clothes, if it had been there prior to the murders, how would Shanann not notice that another woman's clothes? But didn't Chris say they were his?
Chris did say they were his, but I kind of have a theory that maybe, excuse me, NK did leave things there with hopes that Shanann would find it to try and rush along them separating, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Could very well be. You know, if it wasn't Chris's stuff, if it was NK's stuff. But then again, Shanann got home like at an awful time in the morning. So it was probably still dark. She just set her bag down and went upstairs. She may not have noticed what was in the bag, but.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Flor. Hey, Deanna. Hey, Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's true, Megan. Look, there's no denying that she looks shady. She definitely knows more than she's letting on. But if that isn't enough to investigate her, they never will.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I recall seeing a photo of inside the fridge, and there was this glass medicine ball. I think it was redacted, but I could have sworn someone questioned if it was chloroform. I did hear the chloroform theory, but I can't remember what the deal was with the taking the picture of the inside of the refrigerator. Was it the temperature thing?
Yeah.
Like, what was the point of it? Was the fridge like acting up or something?
That's what nobody knows. It's just that Chris was very, like, worried about the refrigerator temperature.
Hey, Cheryl. I wouldn't mind seeing that photo. I never did see it. I've never seen that fridge photo.
Hey, Cheryl. I do remember the photo, but I didn't remember that there was a little medicine bottle in there. Yeah, Jonah, yeah. I I don't know. I still don't get why she had
Hmm.
wanted everything deleted on both ends, hers and his. I don't know.
I also remember some of those Starbucks cup. From what I heard, the people that Chris stayed with, they came over and they had Starbucks. It was
Yeah.
one of their cups.
Mel, you're so bad. That's
Mm,
messed up.
yeah.
Harry, if I mean, in
It's
my
informative, I guess. I
uh,
can't listen to it. It's the way she speaks. I, I can't
yeah.
do it. But I mean, for some people, that they find the way she speaks very like it's more intriguing that way. But yeah, well, I mean, go watch a few of her videos. You know, decide for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Decide for yourself. She's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah. She admitted to being in the house on 3 occasions. First, when she used Deer's Dieter leading her upstairs. Second, wet carpet. Third, in the basement. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did, Lauren. Babe, are you aware there's like a tornado going through Colorado right now?
Mm-hmm. But no proof now, unless that's why they're keeping the house. I don't know. I heard everything's been taken out and redacted, so won't be anything. Oh, they wouldn't be able to find evidence in that house now. It's been too long.
Oh
Plus,
yeah, the toilet thing is weird.
there'd be very little evidence in that house anyway. I know a lot of people talked about NK would have had to have been there to help with the cleanup. There isn't any cleanup when someone's strangled. Like, if any, there's very little. There's not a lot to clean up.
Right.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about the toilet, and I can't remember what the issue was.
There
Yeah,
was no
didn't.
water in it.
Yeah, they had the bath. That bathroom was locked and everything. But yeah, they didn't use that bathroom for some reason. NK more sketchy than the average mistress. Yeah, absolutely. If I could somehow visit that house, I would check all the pipes. There you go. That's a weird one. Like, why would you have to have your bathroom locked? I don't know. Was it because the kids were up there lots and didn't want them messing around in there? Or was the toilet actually broken? Like, I don't know. I just heard that it was locked and the toilet was empty, like dry. Cece would play in it. Yeah, well, it makes sense. I did that when I was a kid.
Yeah, Jonah Osborne, yeah.
Do y'all have any theories on Shanaan Watson, the girls leaving the house alive? I don't. I think at least one of the girls was, because you see that on neighbor Nate's camera. You see like the shadow coming towards him, and he bends down and goes back to the cab of his truck. It wasn't the dog, because the dog was still at the house. So it had to have been one of the kids. Oh, I thought I pulled off the top door. Well, that'll be another thing to check when they go and look in that bathroom for the first time. Does he pull a key? Well, it wouldn't be like a key. It'd be just probably like a pin, like you stick in those privacy knobs and then you can open them. But did he have that in his pocket or did he pull it off the top of the door jamb? Who can say for sure? And if anyone wants to pop up, by all means. Sorry, guys. Lauren, thank you very much. Cop cam showed him placing it back up top after opening. Okay. And once he's pulling it out of his pocket and placed it back on top. Okay. Yes, I did. I'm such a sinner. I probably got demonetized 10 seconds into this anyway. Did anyone ask how that got cleaned up? How what got cleaned up? Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to everything, but if Kay was helping Chris clean up and get rid of evidence, she surely would have disposed of all the sheets and her purse and stuff. Chris was totally inept. And Kay wouldn't have left that stuff there. Yeah, that's true too. If someone actually was, like, if this was a planned thing, it was a horribly executed plan. But yeah, that's a good point. Like, you would have, anyone wanting to make it look like someone ran away would obviously get rid of their purse, phone, medications, some clothes, all that. But none of that was gone. It was really weird. That AHS teaser on the do is pre-recorded, which supports my predictive program. Yeah, that was weird. That baby thing and everything, yeah. Not to be disrespectful, but you would think if S was only in pennies, it would have been a large mess from above. People don't automatically evacuate the bowels when they die. That doesn't always happen. And it might not be, like, there might be some, might not be a lot. I mean, it really depends. Like, if she had just gone to the bathroom, there wouldn't be much to relieve. Hello, Elfin Princess. Well, Chris said a lot of things. If you want to go by what Chris said, then Shanaan killed the girls and he killed Shanaan. That's so true, Tammy. Really doesn't. There's everything you look at just gives you more questions. Hey, Kelly Jean, Basic Becky. Yeah, she wasn't feeling well before. A lot of people are looking for zebras when the simplest explanation is one big jackass. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it. If she did, most likely Chris, but I don't know.
Hey, Dorothy.
Yeah, I heard someone talking about that. Um, it happens sometimes if a pregnant woman passes away. Just the natural tensing of the muscles and everything will actually cause birth. Uh, where is that? Yeah, we did, Dorothy. It doesn't make any sense. Like, if Chris's parents had that letter, why didn't they give it to the police as soon as Shanann and the girls were missing? So my theory was Chris wrote that letter after he killed everybody, was gonna and gave it to his dad on the when he picked him up at the airport, and wanted his dad to give it to the police. But before that could happen, Chris failed the lie detector test, and he had to come up with a different story. He tried to go with blaming Shanann for killing the girls and him killing Shanann so the letter would still work, but then the whole thing just fell apart. That's why they didn't even present the letter until just before Chris was sentenced, because it made no sense. It made no sense to give it to them at that point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, whether or not like some people think the Watts were actually involved in all this, but if they were or not, having that letter as soon as she went missing, they would have given it to the police. Like, there's literally no reason they wouldn't have. So I don't think they had it. I do think it's unfortunate they ever met and got married in the first place because he lacked the ability and a strong enough personality to stand up to Shanann. She could be controlling. Yeah, she was the head of that household for sure. Yeah, she was the take charge type, and he was kind of a submissive guy. So in a way, it was kind of a good match. The ha moment. Oh. And I'm not saying that as an excuse for no, obviously not. Someone being bossy or domineering or even being a bitch is certainly not grounds for murder. Ronnie showed the police the pic of the dead doll and videos of Cindy being in the grandmother of the year, so he definitely would have shown well, on the 15th. Yeah. You know that thing with the dead doll and the sheet? Shanann put that up on her Facebook, and she was making jokes about it. So I don't know. I wonder about the comment he made. Why would she hit my girls? I. When did he say that? I never heard that. Probably Jonna. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, well said. Well said. It really is. in the first confession, he was talking about why would someone. Oh, why would she hit her? Yeah, okay. I don't remember hearing that, but that would make sense because he would be talking about Shanaan hitting the girls. Honey, could you talk to the chat a little bit? Are you there?
Yep, sure.
Thank you.
Oops, there we go. I don't remember hearing him say that. Hmm.
It's so annoying trying to log into StreamYard. It won't just let you use a password. It's always a code every time.
Why do you need StreamYard?
I was gonna go for a smoke. Yeah, I didn't want to leave you hanging by yourself.
That's really fucking weird.
Yep, there's two. Exactly, Donna. You never know if he's telling the truth or not, or if he's even ever told the truth. It's not impossible, especially if it messes with a person's sleep. That can definitely affect them. Basic Becky, yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever know for sure what happened. Donna, as horrible as that is to think about, I think you're right. I do. We might get the truth when he's 80. Well, would it matter? Like, whatever he says, are you going to believe him? No, I don't think either of the girls were put in the tanks alive. No, they would have had oil in their lungs. Or God knows what he was on. He was on that Thrive stuff for sure, but maybe he was on other stuff too. Who knows? He's wearing multiple patches. Okay. Well, yeah, it wouldn't have caused him to murder people, but it could have been that final little nudge he needed. I thought Bella did have oil in her lungs. I think they had oil in their stomachs. But whichever one was in the tank that was fuller, it would have been a lot of pressure. So I could see some oil forcing its way inside because you don't float in oil, you sink.
Yeah, I'm fine, Cheryl.
Every time I try and click, it moves. I do believe he's still holding back some stuff that he will take to his grave. He's still too worried about what everybody thinks about him and doesn't want to tell about the worst things. Well, that could be Joanne or Jonah. Could very well be. All right. Back on the computer in just a second.
That Leah, Mama Kim really believes that devil's breath. She's got a couple good videos on that theory. I know Ronnie had said that he had believed somewhat about that too. Anyway, hmm. Hmm.
Sorry about that, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. I bet the oxy came from NK. Who knows? Yeah, how does someone do it? That's, yeah. Can't even get your head around it because it's not something a normal person would do. Saw some text from NK and a friend of hers, and she was talking about how Chris absolutely wore her out in every way because of the Thrive stuff. Had him so wired all the time. Oh, I believe he was strung out on something. Yeah, it could very well be. I have heard cocaine. Well, I don't know. Throw the link in there one more time if anyone wants to pop up. Oh, little man's hungry. All right, well, thanks for coming by, Dorothy.
Bye, Dorothy.
He even talked to NK when he was supposed to be fixing things with his wife. She also sent him nudes in, like, look what you're missing. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Here for more debunking. Anything new? Well, the letter, I mean, I don't think anyone really thought that that was legit, but it doesn't make sense that they had it because they would have given it to the police when she went missing. I think that letter was written after everything happened. Hello, Jenny. Dealt Watts forgot what happened. I think he's feeling tired of taking the blame alone and wants others punished. Well, if he did, he isn't mentioning anybody else. But about that, I know a lot of people, you've heard me say this lots, but a lot of people think that if Chris suddenly were to say, I was not alone, I had help, let's just say he says NK did it, that wouldn't grant Chris a 35C. Because it has to be evidence that couldn't have been presented before he was sentenced. And if he knew, obviously he would have known. If someone else helped him, he would have known. So anything Chris can say won't help him get a 35C. I wish it was all a fake mind control, cover up conspiracy thing, and someone would say none of these people were real and they're not dead. Yeah, it would kind of suck to be misled like that, but yeah, it would be nice to know that a woman and 4 babies, or 3 babies rather, aren't gone. I'm another shutting my laptop screen. Well, Megan, I hope you're right. Because that would definitely be the best case scenario. A Bella had in her stomach. Yeah, that wouldn't be uncommon. Is there evidence NK has been back in contact with Chris? If she did, that would be really dumb. She won't let trouble to get a new identity. I don't think there is any evidence of that. I know some people were saying that, but I highly doubt it. If she was, that would pretty much be a dead ringer that she was involved in the murders, though. Because if she was completely innocent of that, why would she
She
talk to a guy
didn't.
who did all
It's
that?
against the law for him and her to be in contact. Also, if she wrote the prison, I'm sure there would be somebody there that would leak it, and then everybody would know her new name. So no, she did not write the prison.
Yeah, it
She
wouldn't
didn't
make
write
any
Chris
sense.
Watts.
You be watching the thing on Lifetime about Chris on 25th? I probably won't because I don't have cable. Mm-hmm. Getting closer, Tammy. We're just trying to prove it was a hoax, a prep, so to speak, and all those videos are gone. Coincidence. Hey, what's up, Viper 6? How you doing, man? See a picture of your hair blonde. Yeah.
Thanks, Donna.
Yeah, she does look good with it. I always like her hair. Can't argue with that, Marie.
You like my hair when it's red, though, so I don't trust you with your judgment.
No, fair enough. Because what Corner calls a gun, the big, long, loud gun, and the photos only show a few children running away, and the same girl pictured crying was at the Boston Marathon. One of the fathers was laughing. I did hear that. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that they were like the same kids were at two different places.
Somewhere in the middle. What's that, Megan? What? So like brown? I don't know.
Wednesday. 2 days she's leaving.
Woo-hoo. Yes, I hope.
Yep, Marie. Christian Andriacchio, Steve Navy, Brendan Dassey, and gonna start on some other new ones too. Rose Gold. Yeah, visible patch of hair missing, yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, like she was missing like a it looked like she's missing a chunk of hair up there. But the video is so horrible. It's hard to tell.
Good night, Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline. Getting so sick of seeing Chris, yeah. It does seem like that case is kind of losing traction. It used to be you couldn't do a video about anything else because no one would watch it, but that's changing now. Whole case can actually drive you insane. Took a break for a while. I was doing my head and other channels started with the drama, so I thought thanks, but no thanks. I'll stick to V channel. Yeah, that's the problem. Is you're rehashing over the same stuff over and over and over again, and people get their theories and they get disagreeing, and then they get arguing, and then before you know it, they're just fighting all over the place. The drama has just gotten stupid. So, anyways, I'm gonna be cutting this off pretty soon. But what do you guys think about that letter thing? Do you think he wrote it when he was in South Carolina with his folks? Or do you think he wrote it at home?
Am I allowed to say on your channel?
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, I think Jamie and Cindy had him write that shit. And I think Jamie's the one who put the date right there. It looks similar to her handwriting. Just throwing that out there. Yeah. The same time that Shanann wanted Chris to come back because they were going back home soon, but he wanted to stay the night at Mommy and Daddy's with Jamie. And Shanann was like, no, I'm on my way to get you. And he was like, no, stay there. My dad will drive me now. And she said, no, it's already too late. And there was like a whole big war about him spending the night at his parents' that same night that letter was wrote.
Hmm. Well, maybe Marie. Yeah, that was quite the case
And
too.
they said, you know what? We're sick of her and her games. Write this. It's time
Well,
for her to go.
if they had the letter, why
Write
the
this
hell didn't they
letter.
produce it though? That's what I can't get my head around.
Why? Because I honestly think they held on to it because I think that they they thought that, oh, they won't think it's Chris, right? We'll hold on to this letter. They really thought it would fall all on NK and NK would take the blame. And then when it was like, oh, wow, that's not happening, NK's not getting involved at all. And then that's why Cindy kept telling Chris, fight. Why aren't you fighting? Hello. Like, throw NK under the bus and fight. Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
So then they decided, okay, well, we're going to hand in this letter since you're not doing it. Since it's not landing on NK, now we'll turn over the letter because it's our last straw.
Well, even still though, if that was the case, they should have handed it over as soon as Chris said Shanann did it and he killed Shanann.
Yeah,
That would have
that's
been the perfect
true.
time.
Yeah,
But
no,
I mean, that's not to say that that wasn't the plan and they just forgot or screwed something up. Who knows? But
yeah.
do you guys think he is innocent? Does anyone in the chat think he is innocent? I do not.
No, no. I don't think he's innocent because At the very least, he knew there was a plan. This was planned a little bit, so he knew there was a plan and didn't stop it. He also, like Mr. Shares always said, he was totally fine after knowing, like he knew his family was dead, and he acted totally normal and
Mm-hmm.
unfazed by it all. So no, he's right where he belongs.
I saw somewhere a long time ago, sometime around Chris was convicted. That's an old letter. It's been all. Yeah. No, no one's saying this letter is new. You see the date? It was dated a week before the murders took place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one's saying yes. Sure not, but it can be something forced or something gone out of plan. I don't know. Would you be able to force someone to kill his wife and children? What? How could you force someone to do that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even if it was some bigger plan, like we've all been thinking, if it was me, like, I would have had to die too that day, and he's all
Mm-hmm.
fine and acting normal. Like,
Yeah.
I would have died trying to save my kids, and yeah, even if he's mad at Shanann, his kids still died. He didn't try to save his daughters at all. Like, I just don't believe his story. He didn't do anything. I just don't like him.
It's not just now coming out in public. No, no, I didn't say that this
No.
was new. No, this has been known for a long time, just like everything else.
Mm-hmm. A crappy actor. Yeah, started crying about him on the porch. That yeah, they all knew what was going to happen, and that porch was some kind of thing, obviously, that's in Jamie's head for a memory. He left there from that day knowing he was killing his wife and kids.
Hmm. The porch. Yeah, Chris being interviewed on the porch by the news was the first thing about this case I ever saw.
Mm,
And when I saw that, I was like, no, like I already knew he was in prison. I knew there was controversy around it. But when I saw that, I'm like, this guy doesn't sound like he misses his family. That's all I could think.
do you remember why? What stood out to you exactly in that again?
The one thing that he kept saying, well, then I think the news reporter asked him if you could say something to them, what would you say? And he never said I love you, I miss you. He never said anything like that. He's like, I just want them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
He never said home. He never said I want you to come home. He said I want them to come back. Like he wouldn't actually speak. Like they said, if you could speak to your wife or children, what would you say? And he didn't say. He didn't speak to them. He said I just want them to come back. I think he did say home once, but yeah, he never said I love you. Please come home. Like he did not seem like a guy who was missing his family.
Hmm.
He had just no emotion. Like they could have been interviewing him on what he thought about the upcoming election for the amount of emotion he was showing. Like just standing there with his arms folded, just nothing. Didn't look remorseful, didn't look sorry, didn't look sad, just nothing.
He looked so guilty. Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah, I didn't see guilt. I didn't see anything. Saw a guy.
Like
It looked like he wasn't even there
they say
to
when
me.
you're like hugging yourself like that or whatever, he was,
Yeah, it
he's
means you're
guilty. He's
nervous or defensive. Yeah.
yeah, he's not holding himself like, oh shit, I'm protecting myself.
Yeah. He would have been more
Hmm.
excited talking about himself, about the Rockies and his family. Yeah. Like there was nothing, no sadness, no remorse in there at all. And I never did hear remorse. Like he just talks about everything. It's just so matter of fact,
Hmm.
like if an innocent person lost their kids and they were talking about it, I mean, they would break down and cry or be at least somewhat emotional. But I mean, he had nothing.
Why you suppose he let him go through the house with no warrant or anything? Like that's common sense though, right? Or you really that's what makes me believe he's really not a very bright person. Like I want to know what his IQ is because he let the cops
Mm,
just go right in there. I feel like everyone knows you gotta ask for a warrant.
I agree, Mike. And yeah, well, if you're reporting your wife and children missing and the cops are there to help, and you say you gotta get a warrant first, you will immediately become the prime suspect.
Yeah, well, I can't remember how did it go where Barry Morphew got away with it. I think he did refuse the search at first
Mm.
and then got his attorneys involved right away. And I'm telling you, he's like just recently starting to get in trouble now. That guy, I cannot believe what he was getting away with. And we are never moving to Colorado because I don't want you to kill me.
Yeah, fine with me.
Our armchair detective said you can't be married and live in Colorado because you will be murdered. His exact words. That was his advice.
There definitely are quite a few bad people there, that's for sure. Yeah, trying to look not guilty. Colorado, yeah.
Colorado. Oh, I feel horrible for laughing at that.
I wish they had designated a possible crime scene and not let him stay there that night. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, he stayed there that night, and then after that, he had to leave, right? Because he
Yeah.
went and stayed with his friends there.
Mm.
Oh, Daisy Duke, the police had a warrant. Well, not initially. Like, he could have said that they couldn't come in the house right off the bat without a warrant. And they didn't have a warrant when they first showed up there.
Yeah, I didn't think they did.
No, 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 because it was a wellness check at first.
Right.
They
Okay.
wouldn't need a warrant for that. But yeah, then Chris did let the police go in. They did search all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Could have
So,
said no, but
no.
yeah, that could very well be. But they were already in there searching anyway.
Can you go to
That's
Mother
that's what we're
Monster?
saying.
Right, Donna.
Yeah, he could have got rid of some more stuff. I don't think there was a heck of a lot of evidence at the house, really. Oh, darn, still with the explosion theory. Actually, I did a video on that, debunking the whole explosion theory. But it's, suffice it to say, it's extremely difficult to get oil tanks to explode suddenly. It's almost impossible. Yeah, they definitely did not do a very thorough job of that. I don't know what their protocol is, because this was all after the confession, right? So how much? I mean, would they kind of just be like half-assing it at that point? It's like, well, he confessed already, but we gotta kind of dot our I's and cross our T's, kind of thing. I don't know what the protocol is, or if they still like fully investigate everything all the way up till his court date. I don't know.
Kelly, I thought that was also, yeah, that was weird for sure. Like, when do you ever hear, nice shirt?
Hmm. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, Pete, cheer up this live. Thanks. All right. Are you saying we cheered you up, or you want us to cheer up? Oh, I haven't been really lively tonight.
I feel like
If Chris
you.
tried to kill Shanaan twice prior to August 13th with Oxy. Yeah, but Daisy, that's all hearsay anyway. Oh, I got you, Bo Peep. Thanks for coming by. Gotta love people who just have to announce that they're leaving. It's like, hey, everybody, just wanted you to know I'm leaving because I don't like it here.
That's
It's
what
like,
we
yeah,
call attention seeking.
yeah. You won't be missed,
Like
so
the
it's
other
fine.
dumb
Go ahead.
voices in here.
Feel free to not come back.
Let the door hit you with the good Lord split you.
Mm. So if they put Shanann or children in the work truck, then we know for a fact do not bury Shanann or children in tanks. Impossible. Oh, I see. If they can't put, okay. Yeah, there are some people who think that it was a kind of a distraction thing, and Shanann was taken out the back, which is possible.
Hmm. Oh,
Did
not sure
Anadarko
about
cause
that.
anything to be covered up? I don't know. I would go as far as to say they probably shot the investigators some money and said, hurry this case up because it's bad press for us. Anadarko has had some bad things in the press, the explosions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably were putting pressure on law enforcement to wrap it up quick. Is there any way the body cam videos were edited?
I wondered that before.
I mean, it's possible, but
Definitely possible.
yeesh, that would be a big, big risk. Because if anybody could have found, like, you think about, you got hundreds of people looking at that, and some of us know video pretty well. So if they were to catch one glitch, one thing that showed that that video was edited, oh, there would be an absolute shitstorm, and nobody has said it. So I'd say probably not. Not impossible, but it's pretty unlikely.
Hmm.
And plus the money from the oil industry, yeah. Who shot the sheriff? But I did not shoot the deputy.
Mm-mm.
I thought you hated it here, Bo Peep. What the hell? Did I win you over or something? Not sure why NK would have lied about so much. Many things seemingly insignificant. Yeah. Yeah, she's shady for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if she's just trying to downplay how involved she was with Chris so she wouldn't get looked at and like deleting all her texts and everything, or if she knew more than what she was letting on, which is probably pretty likely. They spent
Yeah.
more time retrieving forensic evidence from the truck than they did in the house, yet there is zero forensic evidence that Shanaan or the girls were ever in the truck. Hmm. I got nothing to say to that, Dylan. I mean, obviously their DNA and everything would be all over the house. They lived there, but yeah, they should have found something in the truck, hair or a little bit of sweat or blood or something. You would think.
Yeah, basic Becky, but I could see it as she was hoping maybe that they just wouldn't be able to get any access to pictures or videos that may have been sent between them. I mean,
Mm.
I don't know. Still sketchy in my opinion, but I guess I
It
can kind of
is.
see it both ways.
It is, but I mean, well, honey, if you think about our private conversations we have about exes
I,
and things that we've
I
said, if that you would think if that was in text and like if a certain someone turned up missing, wouldn't look too good. So
Oh,
if Shanann or if NK and Chris were talking like that,
yeah, true.
if I was NK, I would delete the shit too. Because even if it said kind of half in jest, yeah.
Yes, Kelly, she was, and she was dating Jim too. Actually, if you Google Nicole Kessinger right now, Google says that she was currently with Jim, dating him, and that they met while she was with Chris Watts. That's what Google says.
What
Google
if,
claims
yeah,
they're currently together.
what if Chris found out that NK was dating Jim or gonna be with Jim? Chris panicked and off his whole family to be with NK.
What? That make no, not if she's banging another dude and he finds out you're gonna kill your whole family to get her back. No.
Because he's just so in love with her.
What really gets me is NK was so hell bent on having a first with him, and he says she
Mm.
was very dark. And either the first was maybe a threesome, or the first was maybe murder, or a sacrifice, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Once I searched the forensics they collected from the truck that claimed hauled off the bodies had no forensic evidence to support it. I realized the DA realized messed up and covered.
Ayo!
Hey, Tammy Ayo. Yeah, that was something too because the dogs. I mean, they were by the truck, and one of them kind of alerted or hit, whatever the lesser one is, but that was it. So if Shanaan was in that truck deceased for an hour, they should have picked up on her scent in that truck.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
I kind of want to get a tattoo that says "Ayo." Because who can see that word "Ayo" and not just say "Ayo"?
Yeah, every time I see her name, I think that.
I just want to yell "Ayo."
Sure, I thought you were NK. Give us some answers, women.
Not today.
Oh, those crazy theories.
I'm
Cher's
telling you.
NK. I'm friends with NK. There for a while, people thought Cher and I were the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I have been
I
digits.
know I'd make a pretty sexy chick, but come on.
I have been my own digits for real.
Mm. Only a few more days of hitting my own digits.
No, tomorrow. Wait.
Dog handler says she showed no real interest. The officer claimed that the dog hit. Yeah, I'd have to go back and watch. Like a dog did kind of like go around it and like, but they never really did their hit.
Hmm.
But if like yeah, if Shanann was in there deceased for an hour, which she would have been, she definitely should have left enough behind that the dog would have hit on it. But then again, how well trained were those dogs? Like we don't even know how well trained they were.
I'm cold.
You're cold.
Mm-hmm. Brr.
The DA messed up, had no choice but cover up the screw up and push the false narrative and close everything up. Maybe, but if it's a false narrative, why the hell did Chris confess to it? Like, if that isn't what happened, why the hell did he say that that's what happened?
Mm. I don't know why he says a lot of things.
Yeah, but I mean,
Brr, I am cold.
just doesn't add up.
Mm-mm.
Those dogs are very well trained. I did a ton of research on the dog and the handler.
Mm.
Well, there you go. I haven't heard anything one way or the other, so I'll take your word for it. They did. The dogs. Well, there's two stages. There's a hit and alert. I don't know which one is the more serious one, but they were the less serious one. They were hitting in a few places, like even way up north of their house.
Mike, I think that was NK's later, but also her family, the families were visiting and staying at her house, and I believe the Ruzick smoked, Cindy smoked, or Frank Ruzick, the Ruzick, somebody in the family smoked. So either they forgot it, or I do think that NK indulged in marijuana, and I think she had left it there because there were cigarettes too. We found a weed grinder, cigarettes, and a lighter. Is that right, Mike? I think so.
Hmm. CW is a weak man. Maybe, well, people give false confessions when they're coerced and they're
Mhm.
prodded at for hours. They don't volunteer it within a couple hours like that.
Mhm.
He would be the first one. Well, no, there have been people who are nuts and confess to murders that they had nothing to do with. But he knew that they were dead on that porch and he was fine. Like this picture, that's him on the porch. Does this look like a guy who just lost his whole family? No.
Marie.
Probably.
I know
And
the
I
truth
always
about
think
Area
about,
51.
yeah. And I
Hmm.
always think about that Netflix documentary about the Cecil Hotel, about how all the internet sleuths were on the case and they were accusing that Morbid guy, that metal singer, because he was there like a year before and he did lots of like gory death metal type songs. But the cop on there, when he was being interviewed, he's like, there's information that the people will never know that we have. And I can't help but think that that's the case with every single case. And that's why we get stuck with these cases, like this Watts case, because the police have the missing pieces. They're just never going to give them to us.
Hmm.
I think most people not be able to go on camera when their children are missing, panicking and searching. Yeah, I could see, I could see it like someone being willing to go on and share something for a few minutes, just please come home or whatever. But
I want to
yeah,
share
he was
something
way
that
too
I
calm.
thought was odd.
Hmm.
Now, if you think that your daughter's missing, like if my daughters were missing, I'd be blowing them the hell up. I always thought it was odd that yes, Shanann's phone was in the house, but back, when you got the phone, there was not like a bunch of missed calls or anything from Sandra Ruzick to Shanann's phone.
Hmm.
I always thought that was weird. If I thought my kid was missing, I'd be blowing up their phone nonstop, texting, calling, everything. But she didn't.
Yeah,
Instead, she just stayed on the phone with NA the entire time. She didn't get off the phone with NA to even call Shanann. It's weird.
that is weird. Thank you very much, Mike. You're awesome, dude. See if he would have kept his mouth shut. I'm not sure they would have enough for you, even an arrest with the same evidence we've been shown. Yeah, exactly. If he hadn't confessed, I'm not even sure he would have been arrested.
See,
And maybe
Dylan.
arrested, but I don't even know if he'd be convicted because there's
Hmm.
no evidence. There's nothing proven other than what he said. There's nothing proving he killed anybody.
Unless he just snapped and he knew he would take the fall and he just doesn't care. Because he is the personality that is better off in prison. I think he's happy as shit where he's at.
Yeah, I think he's content. So where is the great documentary promises? Well, Bo Peep, I'm so glad you asked, dude. I had nearly 100 people say they wanted to participate.
Hey,
I
Iva.
had one submission. One person actually sent me something. That's it. So yeah, I can't fabricate anything. So it's on hold until more people come through and send me something. And I don't have the money to go touring around and interview people like I would like to.
I disagree. I think he's protecting his sister. I don't think he knew NK long enough or had that kind of love to be willing to do the rest of his natural life in prison over a 6 week affair. I don't. I feel like he would do that more so for protection of his sister, who is like a mother to him. Hmm. That's what I think.
Could be. It's okay, puppet. Yeah, he could have.
Right.
I think he's protecting a family member. Who knows? I mean, the dude's brain is a bag full of cats. No matter how you slice it, he was involved in the death of his wife and children. So, yeah, whatever his thinking, it probably isn't rational. Yeah, I don't think that was. I don't think he was planning on saying that. I think it wasn't until he failed the lie detector test about knowing where the girls were. That was one of the questions he failed on. It wasn't until then that he tried to put it on Shanaan, and then he just lost his shit and killed her, which I don't think is true at all. There have been drugs in the mix, dark things. Could have been. Let's say an innocent person doesn't need a lawyer. I think a smart person, innocent or not, needs a lawyer. Yeah.
Right.
You see that how many times? Like, look at Brendan Dassey. He should have had a lawyer, or at least his mother in there. That was ridiculous. And the one that Cher's covering, Kevin Billingsley, he should have had a lawyer.
Yeah.
That was just appalling. Oh, Craig. She had tried a few times, but the phone was off. Okay. Well, that would make more sense. Hey,
I
Ash and
haven't
Emmy.
heard it. Hey, Ashley. Um,
Where is your beard? We still got it. It's right here. And it's going to stay on my face for a while. Yeah. 6 weeks definitely isn't very long. Marie, as a video submissions only. It can be an audio submission too, but you just got to make sure that your audio is really good. Like, don't do it in the bathroom or in the kitchen where it's really echoey. But yeah, I do like email me. I do a whole there's a whole giant email about what I need people to do, and then there's a video too. I think that's why people didn't do it. Actually, they were really intimidated because I want this to be like a professional looking thing when it's done. Okay, well, lost share. I have no idea why. Oh, there she is. But we've been going for 2 hours anyway, so I think I think it's about time to call it a night. Oh, hi, Kathy. But yeah, if oh yeah, Dylan, anything like that, yeah, just email me and I'll send you the details. Yeah. But actually, what I'll do is I'll play the trailer one more time since people like it so much, and then we'll call it a night. Deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes you. All right. Oh, Megan, what video editor I use? I actually just got the trial of Premiere Pro, but I was using Sony Vegas. And Premiere Pro is way better, I can tell you that right now. It's $20 a month, but it's really, really good. But all right, thanks guys, and I'll throw my email in one more time. If you want to be part of the documentary, hit me up there, and then I will shoot you back all the questions and instructions and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks for hanging with us, and we will see you on the next one. And until then, this is Prairie Boy 77, aka Mr. Share, saying good day, good night, and Godspeed.